Morning. We are live, and I can't find my phone. Where'd I put my phone? I call my phone. That's such a thing to do. Hopefully, it's loud enough I can hear. Oh, here it is. Got it. Thank you. The torch was still on it. Well, we're live, and I'm going to go get my photo with a dog. All right. All right. Let me not forget to plug my laptop into power. All right. It is cold. Hey, Jesse. It is bloody cold down here. We started the morning at 6 a.m. The weather app said 6 degrees. It said a low of 5 and a top of 8, but it felt like 0. Wow. That is me beeping. All right, we're good now. I think I'll just. The seat was still in the reclined position from Jesse having a rest. All right, so let's look behind us because we have a caravan. What are we waiting for, Jesse? I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Oh, where's my phone? I've lost it again. It's in my pocket. I think I've still got ways going. Where are we going to? We're going to Gold. We'll go to Goldwyn. See, now Waze thinks I'm driving. Yeah, we're good. No, I'll just go home. Now that we're moving, Waze is like, do not text and drive. Do not type and drive. I'm like, I'm the passenger. Good on you, Waze. Hume Highway. At least you'll get a really good long on ramp here to speed up to 65 k's an hour. That we've picked up the caravan, as you can see, is behind us. Uh, and the poor Navara is struggling to get up hills. I'm just keen to see how far we can go with broadband. Yeah, your trailer's empty, mate. You're all right. You're good. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so trying to refocus the camera because there we go. So we're starting this morning's live stream at Gunda Guy, the dog in the tucker box, which you saw at the start of the stream. Oh, we're already into the yellow stripe of death. Middo's there. Oh, Middo, g'day, mate. Hello from the States. Hello. Who's that? Damien. Damien, g'day, mate. Straight up on the live chat. Good job. Must be Saturday over in the States still, because it's Sunday morning here in Australia. So we will see how many times the stream loses connectivity today. Hopefully none for a few hours. Fingers crossed. Good on you, Meadow. Good to have you here too, bro. I think you're a bit busier later today, but good to have you on board to start with. When was the last time you were at the dog on the tucker box, Meadow? Oh, glasses. I definitely need them. Doesn't go blind. So, Meadow, I'll give you looking moist, yes. Definitely wet. It's been wet since, I don't know, when did it start raining? As we got close to Victoria last night. Where am I going to put this? Like, put this here. That'll shoot me. All right, let's have a look backwards. And here's their caravan, the Everest. Jesse's pretty happy with it. We slept in it last night. It's got a gas heater, so um, we set that to 24 degrees, and I was quite happy. But poor Jesse was, I was like wrapped up in a cocoon in one of the bunk beds, which is literally 6 foot long, and I'm 6 foot long. So with my socks on, my head was touching the wall and my feet were touching at the other end. But I was quite comfy and warm, like a little cocoon. Jesse had the master bed, and I don't know, he had to get up through the night and turn the heater up to like 28 to try and stay warm. So Pete says, "G'day, Jesse." Jesse said, "G'day, mate," but he's very softly spoken today. So, but we can follow we can watch what's happening with the caravan in the rearview mirror. But there was so Middo, funny one last night. We rocked up the obviously the 12-point plug. You got the five and the seven. All of that was wired up before we left Queensland. And then we get there, and the Caravan's also got an Anderson plug for recharging the batteries via the vehicle when you're driving. That's a grey plug, and then it's got a red Anderson plug for the braking system to operate the brakes. So the guy we bought it off, Scott, he was like, "Oh, you needed to have an extra plug, an extra Anderson plug." But both Jesse and I were kind of convinced that the braking wiring was also like spliced into the 12 pin plug. So Jesse was there last night with screwdriver in hand, tracking down where all the wiring was going before we started driving, and we were correct that the red Anderson plug was spliced into the 12-point plug, so you can use the power braking both ways. And so we did a test, put the braking all the way to 10, and then tried to drive off, and yeah, the Caravan was locked up. So, and then we've been sort of doing some testing as to what setting to have the brake. What do you call it? Brake controller, and you got to set to 5. Still 5. It was 5 last night. Yeah, so obviously the brake controller is like from 1 to 10, and it's set on 5, and that seems to be the best way to do it. So, which is good because then you've got full adjustment up and down. So, but the Navara weighs about 3 ton, and the trailer and the Caravan weighs 3.1 ton. So, uh, heavy. Jesse can. I haven't driven it yet, but Jesse can feel the Caravan pushing the Navara around a little bit. Not unsafe, not crazy. Just and before we hooked the Caravan up, the Navara was getting about 10 litres, 10.1 litres per 100 kilometres. Now we're getting about 20 litres per 100 kilometres. So we have to pull over every couple of 100 kilometres, like 300 kilometres, and refuel. It's a 60 litre tank. So it's either spend a bit of money on the Navara, put a long range fuel tank in there, but it's only a 4-cylinder, so yeah, just get a Dodge Ram. 5.7 litres of Detroit muscle. Streamer's reloading? Probably, mate. What? Oh, Mido, he's all over it. The red Ando plug is for the anti-sway system. We're not convinced. Not convinced because we tracked the wiring down and it was spliced into the braking system. So, I mean, it could be. What I'd like to know. I'd like to have a look at what an anti-sway system is. Oh, I didn't even know we'd left. He's got an older sort of car, sort of in his car. Yeah, yeah. So Jesse tracked the wiring down last night in the van and on the back of his car after he had the D45 towing. What do you call it? A towing pindle? A towing hitch. Yeah, that's it. Like I said, it's the first time I've actually looked at one. Every time I see them, I just see those red rubber covers. And I always wonder, how do you get a trailer onto that thing? But now I've actually seen one. So, yeah, it detects sway and then it operates the brakes. Oh, okay. All right. Well, it might be that, but we've seen that it's spliced into the braking system and the brakes work fine. So we'll double check it. But except the fact that the Navara doesn't have any balls, we're literally going up. OBS disconnects and reconnects. DO35 off-road tow hitch. Is it a D35? D45? DO45. Yeah, I just saw that OBS disconnected and reconnected. So, yeah, it's a little bit glitchy, but our next stop is going to be Goulburn. So we're going to pass Yass soon, or bypass Yass. And then, yeah, we're going to go and say hello to the big merino, at Goulburn, because we'll need to refuel again by then. So I'm expecting there to be, well, this is our checking of DO45 is the 4.5 ton version of DO35. Yeah, this is the D. Oh, so it's a right. So this is the chassis upgrade on the Navara. Huh? Oh, on the Caravan. Oh, okay. It's definitely at 45. Unless you got sold a Furphy and paid for a 45 and then got a 35. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, no. Yeah. But they've done the upgrade on the trailer chassis. Who's they? The people that built it? Yeah. Well, it's not an upgrade if it's built that way. Okay. They were developed and manufactured right here in Brisbane in Geebung. Oh, Tezza. Morning, Tezza. Hey, Tezza, you working today, buddy? Plum. Let's flick back to the room. Oh, it's still bumpy. There it is. The trailer also has obviously a camera on it as well, but Jesse hasn't got the wiring on the Navara for the connection to the trailer yet. So otherwise you'd be able to plug it into your stereo yet. Like have your rear view mirror here. It's a separate. Oh, a separate one. Well, the thing is, if you had a separate TV screen for your reversing camera on the trailer, that means you can have it on as a rear view camera all of the time, so you can see vehicles behind you. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. I tell you what, the ride's still a bit bumpy. It's hard to work the mouse pad. Oh, so bumpy. Yeah, you working today, Tezza? Hopefully it's only some, what is it, 10 till 2 or a shorter shift today, mate? Yeah, right. You get your coffee, you know? We just had our coffee at at Oliver's, at Gundagai truck stop there at the Dog and the Tucker Box. I did see that you hadn't been there since you were a teenager, you said? Oh, yellow stripe of death again. It was good to have Damien from the States on straight up. That's awesome. Yep, so we're heading north way, just left Gundagai, heading towards Yass, and then up to Goulburn, and then from Goulburn we will make our way up to Campbelltown, and just as you get to Liverpool, we'll skirt Sydney around the M7 up to the M2, and then spit out onto the Pacific Highway. 10 till 3, yeah, I thought you might be something like that, Tez. I know you're making your coffee at home, you know. You're a coffee connoisseur. Actually, your house is really well set up for Everything, I guess. You wouldn't need to leave. That's your like doomsday bomb shelter. You got everything you need there, including your puppy. I've remembered to plug the power into the laptop today, so we won't be losing stream because of the laptop flat battery. Although I'll be keen to see how long the lithium battery. So I tell you what, Mido, I know you're a patrol person, but there's one thing that patrol doesn't have that Navara has, and it's the little doggy window in the back windscreen. So we've able to put the antenna on the roof and then have the cable come in through the back window, which is you can barely even tell. Yeah, Tezza, definitely bumpy. Although I don't know, steam engine. What? Steam engine rest area? Where's the steam engine? So that's fourth gear to get up the hill into fifth. Oh, the old Valiant, the old Charger. That looks like it's going to a new home. Looks like an unfinished project that someone's bought, potentially. I don't know what. I don't know my Chargers, but like an E49 or something like that. Bartlett. He's a good dog. I like him. But well, that's what happens when you have a dog in the back seat with the back window open. At least it's better than these people that have their passenger princesses sitting on their laps when they're driving. We'll definitely be talking about that one day when we see that happening on camera. Another reason that I'm pretty keen to get a 360 camera going, eh? So that we can look sideways our cars and people doing some weird stuff. Our stream status is back to excellent. It's never really good. It's either poor or excellent. Seems seems like that's what Australia's all about. We're either poor or excellent. All or nothing. Barra Brand park run yesterday is called Sky River Path park run. Came top 10. Came 10th. Tezza likes the Valiants. He says they're the best. Peter's saying that his dog Bartlett is a sook, and then he sleeps in the bed with under the blankets. Well, he only sleeps in your bed under the blankets because you allow it. I dated a girl once. She let her German Shepherd sleep in the bed with her. Yeah, yeah, that was a red flag. I think the dogs thought I was a red flag too, because every time I turned up, they got kicked out of bed. I don't think they liked that. Um, but horses for courses. You do you. I I'm definitely not having a dog sleeping in my bed. Oh, that was yesterday, Minnow. Yesterday. You know, park runs are on Saturday mornings. I actually hadn't looked at. when I was super fit and running park runs, my goal was to be in the top 10%. So if there was 100 people running, I wanted to be at least in the top 10. These days, I just want to be in the top 50%. I'll have a look at my parkrun email from yesterday. I'm actually really enjoying being a passenger and driving the laptop because it means I can interact more with the chat. And Jesse's driving's actually awesome. I'm definitely going to say that. No, he said thank you. Um, you definitely don't need to feel anxious driving with the master driving instructor. Oh, I'm gonna have to watch the V8 supercars later. Parkrun. That was my first at Sky River Path Parkrun. I was 10th out of 47 park runners, so I was in the top 21%, 22%. I was in the top 25%. So there you go. Got a little chat on the UHF on channel 40. Hasn't been too many women chatting on the UHF. Been a lot of truckers over the last 36 hours, obviously. Tez is never going to let the dog sleep in the bed. I totally agree with you, mate. Jesse, does your dog sleep in your bed? Not anymore. Hang on. Not anymore. When he was a puppy. He's who was that? Did you who's like who wanted it more? Did the dog want to sleep in the bed more, or did you want to sleep with your dog in your bed more? Yeah, okay. I'm not with anyone if I don't sleep in the bed. Yeah. Right. So no, just on the foot of your bed, up on there. So Jesse's saying if he's at home alone and he's feeling lonely, he'll let the dog sleep at the foot of the bed. But not under the covers. Yeah, see, to me, dogs are designed and built to be an outdoor animal. Like any dogs in the wild, they're not going to sleep in a bed. They're not going to be sleeping under blankets. They're designed to sleep in the open. Yeah, cats are designed to sleep in the open too. But here's the difference. I understand that cats, if it's an indoor outdoor cat and the cat has the ability to like hunt and kill birds, I'm not necessarily down with that. But I'm also a believer that if a bird that can fly gets caught by a cat that can't fly, well, that's the circle of life. That bird is not showing intelligence, and if a bird doesn't show intelligence, maybe it shouldn't be breeding. Just like humans that don't show intelligence. Cats that jump dogs. Yeah, it's yeah. Get caught. I've had to rescue a cat from Zeus's mouth. Okay. To the vets. So Zeus is a uh, um, American what? Oh, Staffy. Yeah, I knew he was a Staffy. He's a stocky little fella. Would you say he was 5 years old? Oh, he's 10. Oh, he's getting on. Um, yeah. Zeus is a stocky little Staffy. But yeah, I mean, if a cat's going to leave its own yard and jump in your yard, mate, all bets are off. Mate, that's like if you just live in the wild and if a cat is to enter a dog's domain, like if it gets caught, it gets caught. If it manages to like jump up and climb a tree and get away from the dog, good. That's a smart cat. Like, it's the circle of life. Like, it's the way animals, their instincts work. So, but I wouldn't necessarily have, I'd have an outdoor cat if it's kept in like a fenced area. I got no problem with that. And if a dog, like, there's this awesome video from ages ago. There is a bunch of, I think, lions or leopards or something, like wild, they're big cats and they're in a zoo. And I think it's like a brolga or some type of bird flies past, and they must do it often. And these cats have worked out, oh yeah, every now and then, like one of these birds is going to fly past, and one of these cats ends up jumping up like parkour, bounces up, and leaps off of a rock and catches one of these birds. And everyone's like gasping, like, oh my God, like, oh, that's terrible. And it's like, sorry, if the bird's going to fly low enough for a cat to jump up and grab it, that's a bird's stupid fault. Like, the cat's just doing what it's designed to do. And you know what? It ate it. Like, you know, fine in the room and not in the bed. Yeah, see, I wouldn't have, I just don't, me personally, I wouldn't have a dog inside. That's just me. I wouldn't have a dog inside. Now, I'm not, like, if other people want to have their dogs inside, that's fine. Like, that's, that's your business. No worries. I don't have a problem with that. I just wouldn't do it. Well, let me be one of the first to congratulate you on your 20-year anniversary this coming December. You know, for managing to hold on to such a good woman for so long. Oh, I wonder if the family that we bought the caravan off last night, when I say we, I mean Jesse, they were, let me just say, I don't know if they're listening yet or not, but they were awesome. So this is out, shout out to Scott, Christine, Riley, and Aiden. Uh, it was definitely experience to go to their awesome property near Echuca to pick up the caravan. We mucked around a bit, just double checking to make sure that the trailer braking system was going to operate. And then it was cold. It was like 9 degrees, but felt like closer to zero. So Chris brought me out a red wine to help keep me warm. That was amazing. So are you saying you got married on New Year's Eve, Mido, 20 years ago? Did you do that in order to not forget your wedding anniversary? Like people who get married on like Valentine's Day or on someone's birthday so they don't forget what their wedding anniversary date is. I tell you what, I was going to get married to a woman a fair few years ago now. I'm glad I didn't. Dodged a bullet, but we were going to get married on the 29th of February. That was our wedding date was the 29th of February. I can't even remember what year it was. I think 2000 2004, I think, was that leap year. On the 29th of February, we were going to get married. I think. No, it must have been 2008 because we were just, I think in 2004, we were living in Townsville together. So it must have been 2008. Yeah, that makes sense, I think. Anyway, then I would have only had to celebrate a wedding anniversary every 4 years. Jesse's not married yet. When are you going to make an honest woman of your girlfriend? Are you even engaged? You haven't put a ring on it yet. So they've got a child together, a 4-week-old kid, but this is the way of the present, isn't it? Like my dad married my mum because she was pregnant with me. So I was conceived out of wedlock. So according to the Old Testament, if you believe it, I am a bastard child. So Yeah, Tez, I lived in Townsville. I lived in Townsville in 0405. So 04, 05. What's over there? Oh, there were three beautiful cars on the back of that truck. There was a Mustang, a HDT Commodore, and I think a Karma Gear or something. Oh, what if I press that button? Oh, no, that doesn't work if I press that button. I need to be on OBS for that to work, don't I? On my hotkeys. Oh, it did work. Oh, it still does work. Oh, my hotkeys work even though I'm on YouTube. Oh, that's sick. So, Tezza, how long did you live in Townsville for, Tezza? As we are we approaching another caravan? This is going to be Jesse's first overtake whilst towing a caravan of a fellow caravaner. We were kind of joking around. Middo could answer this question. As a caravaner, do the thing, the two finger salute to other caravanners when you're passing? I'm trying to go a little high. There we go. Oh, Jesse, this is funny. So Middo's saying people have all kinds of relationships. Mrs. Middo and I chose not to have kids. In brackets, she thought correctly that she was like she was marrying hers, as in her child. Is that what you mean, Middo? That she was marrying a child? So I'll I'll allow your comments in uppercase letters, Middo. You should know better, but hopefully Tezza, as a moderator, might jump on you and say, no, uppercase. Is this Isuzu MUX? Looks like it. I'm going to give him a wave. Old mate was very, very concentrating on the road. He had his hands at 10 and 2. And he was massively concentrating on driving. He definitely didn't look over and he definitely didn't wave. As we have a blurry front screen. There we go. Yeah, I understand you were shouting. And I feel a bit of a feel it doesn't feel too bad. A little bit. It's yellow stripe. So but we are a little bit of a valley. So now this is a good test to see the connectivity between at least Gundagai. It was very dark this morning when we left Holbrook. We actually slept. You might, I don't know what's famous. Here's it. Oh, what is Holbrook most famous for? To the 8 people out there on the stream at the moment. What's Holbrook most famous for? I'll give you a clue. We may have slept next to it last night. It's not often you get to sleep next to one of these things. Yes, the white knuckle death wish. Is that So Tezza moved to Toowoomba in 1994. Geez, you weren't born much before then, were you? Do you even remember before 94? Jesse was born in 93. Don't say I never listened. I remember. Oh, I'm not saying. I'll just say that Oscar Piastri's got a good race number. That's all I'll say. So yeah, so mainly when Jesse said he was coming to Victoria to pick up a caravan, I thought a couple of things. One, let's do a stream with a caravan. That's going to be awesome as we have a look at that mighty thing. And I also thought this is a really good way of testing the connectivity, the broadband across even more roads of Australia. So I wasn't very confident about the dual highway, that there'd only really be internet in between, I should say, there wouldn't be any internet in between towns. So I knew the stream would cut. Like, to live stream down the Newell highways, just you wouldn't do it. We didn't even get out of Queensland last night. We cut the live stream off before Goondiwindi. Tezza was born in the early 80s. Geez, you're older than I thought, mate. You're older than you look. Oh, I don't have the soundboard here, so I can't do a Tezza laugh. I can't do a Nina laugh either. It's on the board as well. So you're well over 40 now, Tezza. Wow. You're one of those guys where you can't really tell how old you are. Let's be honest. Could be anywhere between 30 and 50. That's okay. Let's go back out the front. Yeah, I'm not so sure that I've seen the modem, as in the router, while you're out there, and Tez. I don't think I've seen it fail over to Sim 2 yet at all. I can see it from where I'm sitting. It's pumping out on Sim 1, but so we'll just see how far we can. I'm hoping we can get all the way to Sydney and live stream all through the western suburbs, and then as far up to Newcastle. That'll make for, like, if we can do that in one hit. I don't know that the battery will have much more after that. We might have to flip over to the inverter. But there's plenty of power source sockets in this vehicle, so that shouldn't be too bad. Yeah. Well, some people just have that gift, don't they, Tezza? They look younger than they are. Yeah. Queensland, Tez, Middo, how's the weather up there at the moment? It's the beard. Yeah, I don't know. When you start getting a grey beard like myself, I don't know. Some people get grey younger, so it's still hard to tell. I'd rather go grey than go bald. So Kurt from Sid Squad's already got a mention. we'll have to catch up soon too, Deza. Face to face. Again, it's been a little while. Yeah, nice. Well, I'm pretty. I think we're both, Jesse and I, are pretty keen to see where the rain stops today and when we start getting dry driving conditions. Because he's not driven the Caravan in dry conditions yet. It's been wet ever since we picked it up last night. Double demerit points now in force. Well, we are definitely sitting on 97 kilometres an hour, downhill with the wind behind us. So we definitely don't need to worry about double demerit points whilst towing the Caravan because the poor Navara struggles to get to 100. I'm not talking the Navara down, Jesse. I'm just stating facts, mate. Just stating facts. So when Mido was younger, when he was a toddler, he had snow white hair, so his dad called him Snowy. And he still calls you Snowy. Oh, I haven't shouted, I haven't really done a Kurt shout out yet. I just mentioned that you mentioned, but I can do a shout out. I could say that, Kurt, if you hear this, we will have you on the Driving Live Australia live stream one day doing a ride along. I mean, you have to agree to it, obviously. Not going to like kidnap you, like pull up next to you in a van and put a hood over your head and bundle you into the car. But to have Kurt from Sid Squad in the car doing a driving live Australia interview will be pretty cool. Definitely keen to do that. We just need to fine tune the channel with the equipment. So Mido was saying his dad used to call him Snowy because he had white hair when he was a kid. Then he went blonde, so that's not really Snowy. That's just blonde. But now he's gone grey. He's Snowy again. I know we wouldn't lose you in a snowstorm, mate, because I know you like a chat, so we wouldn't lose you. Yes, and that's coming from me. So yes, McDonald's is 13 kilometres away. Oh, so Jesse, I'll just say this so Jesse can understand, or anybody else who's like on the live stream but not looking at the live chat. So obviously, I just mentioned Kurt from Sid Squad. I've not actually met him face to face yet. I think he might know who I am. I have been on his channel for a little while, so he has mentioned me on the channel when I've done like a super chat or what have you. But Tez has basically said he's talked about it already, and that it'd be pretty cool to do like a mock kidnapping, a mock like a pretend kidnapping. Yeah. So like have him standing on the side of the street. We pull up, we put a freaking jump out, put a bag over his head, bundle him into the car, into the ride along seat, shut the door, and then take off. Imagine if there was some spectators, some pedestrians close by that saw that happen. You know what we'd have to do? We'd have to have a few other people there around just to say once we drive away, just to say everybody that like cut, well done. We'd have like someone filming it from the outside. Say, right, everybody, that we were just filming that. You don't have to call the police. Otherwise, the cops would be chasing us through the streets of Sydney. At slow speed, of course, because, we abide by the traffic laws. Minno's saying we would miss him at a snowstorm because he'd be at the bar while your drongos are out there looking for him. There's a good bit of indicating action. This is Toyota drivers not using their indicators. How hard is it? Like, why? Here's a good question. Why do you think most people that don't indicate, why do you think they don't indicate? Do they not know the road rules? Do they have no arms? Can they physically not indicate? Do they think they're driving a BMW and they don't need to indicate? I don't know. It just seems very lazy to me. Oh, he's using his indicator. Oh, did he use his indicator before and flashed it and then turned it off to then change the lanes? I don't understand. But that's why the channel exists. Balaclavas. So we jump out of the car, put a bag over his head, bundle him in the car whilst we're wearing balaclavas, jump back in the car and take off. I mean, that would be funny, and it'd be cool that it was staged and everything. And I mean, we could live stream, that would be funny, obviously. But, like, you'd have to let the cops or someone know. Who's a drongo? Do we need to put the word drongo in our banned words, Tezza? I don't know. I don't think YouTube flagged that word, did it? Anyone out in the snow is a drongo. I don't know. I like the snow. Every now and then. Are we about to overtake somebody else? Oh, that's mad. This is like the second vehicle we've overtaken on our trip with the caravan so far. I tell you what, when I flick between the front camera and the back camera now with the caravan there, it's not as good as last night when we were passing the trucks. Yeah, that was cool. I'll definitely make some shorts of that. That was actually really cool. Minnow wants to be the getaway driver. We don't drongo here. Oh, Maxie's in the Maxie's in the chat. Maxie, g'day, mate. Well, as you guys are moderators, you can. Vito already said it on our group chat that he's here to learn, and that he's keen to do the right thing, to be nice and kind to him as he's learning how to be a moderator. Because obviously Maxie and Tezza have moderated for a while, so I think this is a really good. I really want to create a good environment to introduce new moderators in, so they can learn from some really good moderators like Maxi. And Tezza. Sorry, I was just looking. I was distracted halfway through my sentence. Well, I mean, there's us four. I mean, I class as a moderator too, don't I? Hang on. I don't think I've ever seen my spanner yet. Damn it, I should have put an up arrow. How funny is it? For me to become a moderator, I had to start my own channel. Sure, that's not the case. I'm sure if I wanted to be a moderator on another channel, I could have worked hard at it and got promoted to moderator. No, Maxi, you're all good. Where are we going? Are they open? Oh, okay. This is the road to Canberra. So we're making a slight detour. We're going to we're just going to a little town for a pit stop. We heard it's got I don't know, a good tourist attraction. Did I say a spammer? I didn't say spammer. Oh, I did say spammer. Well, that wasn't me. I said spanner. All right, as a moderator, I should be able to delete my comment, right? Remove. Oh, I could just do that anyway. Anyone can remove their own comment, can't they? There you go. So Mido's got a quote for you. Now that you're a caravaner, all right. So what Mido said is that. So this is a hint for you. Now that you have a caravan, a free night in a pub yard is more expensive than a paid night in a caravan park or camping ground. Free night in a pub. Does it have to be a pub yard? Are you saying like parking in a pub yard? Like is this I don't quite understand it, but I don't have a caravan. How's it any different? So you're saying you park your caravan in a pub, that it's going to cost you more money than if you park in a caravan park? I don't know. I'm sure you'll explain it. He's probably at home at the moment, like throwing his arms up in the air, like, what do you mean? Why can't you understand? That was pretty basic. Well, it depends who's shouting, Tezza. Depends who's shouting. I wonder if Cow's going to jump on the channel today because we passed sheep. So I tell you what, this trip we're going to have clocked up about 3,500 kilometers. What's that? About 2,000 miles for anybody that might be listening from the States in one weekend. That's a fair trip, man. That's a fair trip. I've been through this town before. I've definitely driven this road to Canberra before. Maybe twice in my life. Little town of Yass. I tell you what, by 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon, we almost saw nobody out. Hey, there was hardly any cars. There was nobody walking around the streets. By the time we bumped into Victoria, there was like nobody around. It's crazy. Yeah, mate. Tezza, we know you got to go to work today, so it's all good. You guys know the deal. You guys can bump in and out any time. The fact that I'm driving the laptop and not the car at the moment is good. At least we've always got it. At least we're going to have one moderator on the channel all the time. Yes, IGA. There's a few people around. Oh, that's an old school caravan. What's that one? Oh, it was like probably like a 40, 50-year old school. Well, actually, you know what? I haven't even mentioned this yet, but I grew up on the street that Glendale caravan factory was on. So, like, you probably wouldn't see. I don't even know if they're still there. I can't remember the last time I saw a Glendale caravan, to be honest. But the end of my street was like the truck entrance to the caravan factory, which was then just over the behind that was Caboolture Aerodrome before it moved out to the eastern side of the Bruce Highway. You can camp for free in many pub yards around Australia, but the trick is that they want you to come inside for a beer. Yeah, that's fine. The trouble is, the road is long and the beer is cold, and it's hard to stop at one. Wow, that's just about. Oh, look at the temperature outside. It's 4 degrees at Yass Public School. 4 degrees, but feels like zero. Actually, I'll check the weather app. Yes, 4 degrees. Oh my God, feels like -5 outside. And Yass has a high of 7 today. So this is Yass. Low of 4, high of 7, feels like -5. Well, Jesse's the one getting out of the car. I'm not. Oh, also, we're in New South Wales now, so you might need to remember to indicate. It's up to you, your driving style. So we're talking about indicating in different states. So if you drive straight through a roundabout in Victoria, you don't indicate to leave the roundabout. But in New South Wales and Queensland, you do. So I was just reminding Jesse that obviously the rules change as you drive through different states. Yeah, 4 degrees, Tezza, but it feels like -5 outside. Like there is this Arctic blast that's come up from the Great Australian Bight up through South Australia overnight. We're trying to stay ahead of it, but we got tired and needed to sleep. A couple of beers is hard to go back outside and cook. So if you buy your meal, so yeah, that's what I thought you meant. Whilst Jesse goes out for a little look around Yass, he's running off towards the tourist information booth by the looks. All right, so whilst we're here, yeah, we're in Yass, Maxi. We'll be skirting. Maxi. We're not going to be coming far past you. Can you? I seriously, last Sunday when I caught up with you, I had no idea that I'd be driving nearby again so quickly. Yeah, Tezza. Queensland winters are awesome. Like it's funny, the family we bought the caravan off, like a lot of Victorians do. They buy a caravan and then they end up travelling to Queensland to use it. So it's a bit ironic that this caravan's moving back to Queensland full time. You won't get fined in Victoria for coming off a roundabout in Victoria. Well, you're probably not going to get fined for being over safe. Like I I talk about it all the time. Like for me personally, there's rules and regulations about indicating. Like Form One lane in Queensland, you don't need to indicate, but people do, especially indicating from the left, from the ending from the left lane, indicating right, but nobody indicates from the right lane and indicates left. Oh, that's a brand new. Oh yeah, the brand new Model Y Tesla just drove past. I can see the difference with the headlights and the taillights. Life is better in Queensland, Tesla. So it's Maxi saying it's snowing quite heavily along the central ranges this morning. Cool. We don't plan. Well, I don't plan on seeing snow today. I don't know if Jesse's found what he needed to find. Maybe he has, maybe he hasn't. As he comes back to the car. At least our stream status is healthy right here. Actually, not just healthy, but excellent. Yeah. Okay. So, Mido, I'm gonna state this. I'm gonna be stating this, for the life of the channel. There's two types. When two lanes turn into one, there's two types. There's left lane ends. When it's left lane ends, you've got to indicate and give way to your right because you're making a lane change. When it's form one lane, you don't need to indicate neither left or right, and that the car in front has right of way, and that the car that is behind needs to yield and give way. But you don't need to indicate there. If you go to Canberra, however, there's a lot of roundabouts. You come off the roundabout and it's two lanes off the roundabout and it will form one lane. And in Canberra, everybody indicates if you're in the left lane that's ending, you'll indicate right. And if you're in the right lane that's ending, you'll indicate left. And when I was in Canberra earlier this year, almost everyone did that, which was amazing because you just don't see that kind of indicating intelligence in Queensland. So when the lane ends, it does depend on the lane marking. It's easy to say without even using diagrams that if it's left lane ends, you indicate right. If it's form one lane, you don't need to indicate yet. Half the people out there indicate to the right, but nobody indicates to the left. So I think they're doing it right in Canberra, to be honest. It's either everyone indicates or nobody indicates when it's form one lane. We just need to get that sorted out. But then it's going to take like a whole generation of retraining our new drivers before things like that change. You reckon we might see some snow between Yass and Bargo, Maxi? We'll look high up on the hills, mate, and we'll let you know. You didn't find what you wanted, did you? Can we U-turn right here?
Yeah.
Is that which way it's saying to go? Yass is a thriving metropolis on a Sunday morning. And then back out. Yeah, okay. And then join back up. Yeah, sure. I'm up for a country drive.
The same way. That'll take us back on.
It'll take us back on the Hume Highway, yeah. Basically, that was the way that the old highway used to come through Yass before they did the bypass. Oh, big wing envy. Big wing envy on the Toyota 86. It's funny when you've got a big wing on the back of a little car that's not very powerful like that, ends up causing more drag than anything else. But I'm not a I'm not an aerodynamicist, so Mido's just So Mido's saying that you never realize that there's a difference in the signs. Yeah. Now it's not every time because sometimes there's some generally if it's left lane ends, you give way to the right and you make a lane change and you've got the dashed lines turn into dotted lines and that's the merge point and then you merge the into the right lane, giving way to any vehicles in the right lane. But like you said, with the lane markings, if it goes from dashed lines to no dotted lines at all, well, that's usually a Form 1 lane. It's like a stop sign. There might not be a stop sign there, but there'll be a bold line across the lane, which indicates the stopping point. And so you don't actually have to have a stop sign there. Maybe a vehicle's taken the stop sign out, but there's still a painted line on the road, so you still know where to stop. And if it's a dotted line across the road, you know that that's a give way and that you don't need to stop if it's safe to continue. Well, I mean, intelligent drivers know these things, but I guess that's why I started the channel because not everybody's an intelligent driver. Hey, Jesse. Yeah, Barrel and Mittagong, yes, it does get very cold there. Yep, Southern Highlands. Yeah, no, we'll look out and we'll see if we see. It was definitely sleet when we woke up in Holbrook. Has anyone answered the question? What's Holbrook famous for? When we woke up this morning, there was definitely sleet coming down. So it wasn't rain. It was almost like little icicles. It's freaking cold. See, so I tell you what, I think I've seen more kangaroo signs than keep left signs on this drive. It's brilliantly sunny and freezing cold in Sydney this morning. Yeah, but I don't mind that. I don't mind if it's cold and sunny. It's like if you go to the snowfields and you're wearing a short sleeve shirt and shorts in the snow because it's not that cold. Yes, it's surprisingly beautiful. I don't think it's surprisingly beautiful. I do think it's a nice little town. Don't know that I'd ever live here. Actually, I do know that I would never live here. Jimmy. Nah, we'll keep an eye out for snow. How's that caravan doing? It's still there. Jesse had to check in the mirrors to make sure. Actually, we do need to talk about mirrors. Middo, let's talk about mirrors. Yes, it's the submarine parked in the middle of the country. Yes, we slept next to the Oberon class submarine last night. Jesse was like, "You were pretty tough, Dave." Yeah, Jesse's grinning like a Cheshire cat. He thought it was mega cool that we pulled up next to a freaking submarine in the middle of the country. Um, and then I told him a story I heard about back in the day, which was whilst there was that submarine got placed there, I know it got trucked into position. It's not like they sailed it up the bloody Murray River or anything. Anyway, and then there was actually still Oberon class submarines in service, and I think one of them hit something and damaged the sonar bulge on the front. So the Navy had to come down to Holbrook and actually borrow the one off the front of the submarine that was at Holbrook. They had to come and actually remove it and actually put it back onto an active submarine. So that's a story I'd like to confirm later, but I did hear that long time ago. So mirrors need to protrude 150 millimeters past the widest part of the load. How that happens is up to the driver. Yeah, so Jesse was looking at Navara specific mirrors that you unbolt these mirrors and bolt specific mirrors onto. Are we literally heading to Canberra? Is this going to take us to Canberra? Or are we jumping on this highway? Oh, yeah, okay, cool. All right, so Canberra's to the right. Is that the Federal Highway? Oh, it's the Barton Highway, that's right. So we're still going straight? Yass Valley Way. I think that's the old road down there. That's now their driveway. So many sheep. Yeah, nice. Mate, so many years since I may have driven this road before the bypass was put in. Yeah, so how much were the mirrors, Jesse? Do you know? So the Navara specific mirrors that are designed for big trailers and caravans. What are they? OCAM. OCAM. 600. OCAM. I've never even heard of that brand, but anyway, they look like Clearview mirrors. Clearview mirrors. What do they look like? I have no idea. So are they the big frame mirrors that get strapped on? and they stick out past your mirrors.
Full replacement.
Oh, so full replacement. So they literally bolt onto your Navara mirror mount.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And are they designed like specifically designed for Navara, or are they like a universal fit? Oh, okay. So you've got this mirror, and then you've got a particular adapter kit that goes onto Navara. Oh, okay.
I haven't seen it.
Right. Well, the sun's trying. Sun is trying to shine. Ocam are good, and at half the price of Clearview. There you go. Well, that's what Meadow said too. You both said it. So Meadow has the Clearview brand. They just pull out like a trombone. But Ocam make replacement mirrors too. There we go. Right. So obviously they would be designed. So is there like a specific maximum width of a Caravan? Like, is there an Australian design rule that says that a Caravan can't be more than, say, 2.5 meters wide or 2.8 meters wide or something? The height of this one to the top of the air conditioning unit is 3.1 meters. There's a lot of 3.1s. It's 3.1 ton. It's 3.1 meters high. It takes 3.1 humans. 3.1 humans is, well, that would be you, your missus, your kid, and your dog. That'd end up being 3.1. All right. Well, to be honest, I've seen you patrol, Meadow, but I've not really taken notice of your mirrors. Like, that's like seeing a pretty girl and then looking at her shoes. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that. But another caravaner would probably look at your mirrors. But I'm not a caravaner, so that would be something you'd have to point out to me, and that I'd have to be interested in for me to actually take notice and then remember. Just being honest. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, fair. Yeah, fair. No, look, I understand there's a big call for replacement mirrors for caravanners and/or people towing bigger boats, um, or car trailers, like the big enclosed car trailers. So yeah, I would have thought there'd be like replacement mirrors that bolt into and wire up into. Because I know, do your mirrors fold down in reverse? Oh, okay. Clear right, clear left. All right, we're good to go. Not often do you get across a highway. You can go straight in the left lane when you get across too. Oh, I didn't mean like straight in the left lane. I'll let him know later. Oh, I can say it. So Middo's massive on caravanning and stuff, and so if you ever want advice and everything, he's happy to have his number. Yeah, no, Jesse appreciates it, mate. Being a first time caravan. Is this your first caravan? Yeah? Yes. So he's freaking excited though. Like, it's beautiful inside. Like, it's a beautiful bit of kit. So again, if Scott, Christine, Riley, and Aiden actually jump on the stream and have a listen today with Jesse's. Yes, your caravan has gone to a good home. We just got to get it to Queensland yet, and then he has to find a caravan. What do you call it? Someone who does roadworthies on caravans, so that we can obviously get he can get his rego changed over from Victoria. The other thing is too, we've kind of tossed around some names. I say some names, one name for the name of the caravan. Hey, Middo, do you have a name for your caravan? We've tossed around. I sort of said it, but like the caravan's a good place if you have an argument with your missus out of the house. We ended up in the doghouse. So I was like, well, you could call your caravan the doghouse. So you've always got somewhere to go when when you're not seeing eye to eye with the missus. So I like the doghouse, but ultimately it's up to Jesse what he calls it. He'll need a gas certificate as well. Yeah, absolutely. Not sure if that's something Jesse's thought about already, but he would know that. He would have thought about that. Okay, Middo. Are you going to divulge the name of your caravan on the live chat? There's no point in naming your caravan if you're too embarrassed to tell people what it's called. And the one thing I like about the doghouse is that it has no gender or sex. It's not like calling it a guy's name or a girl's name or however you want to identify. The doghouse has no. It's like it's free of it's free of being misgendered. Oh, what? Yeah, well, I didn't think I'd be caravan the doghouse, but it's a popular name for a caravan. It's rougher when you're on the road and have a Barney with your missus, because then where do you go? Honey, you're sleeping in the car tonight. I'm sleeping in the doghouse. You're not sure about doxing yourself. Okay, that's fair. Hey, look, let's say it's a free country. We still have some form of free speech. You don't have to. We don't have to reveal the name of your caravan online to the 5 people watching at the moment. Okay. So Minno's just saying that he's named his van. It's in reference to his wife's grandma. So whether it's her name or nickname or something like that, that's fine. Hey Middo, I've not really seen the back of your caravan because I've only kind of seen the front of it. But do you have a sticker with your names on it and your UHF channel so people can say g'day to you when you're on the road? Because that seems to be a thing. Yellow stripe of death. But we're in the middle, between Yass and Goulburn. So, yeah, there's not really much out here. Oh, Maxie. Oh, Max, seriously. Every time you do that, I just remember how much I appreciate you being a part of the channel, mate. Whilst our stream status is poor at the moment, we're still beaming out, but it's yeah, not the best. Could get glitchy. And when I say that, like voice tends to go first too, so I won't know until I watch the video back. It's grandma's name, yeah, cool. Figured, that's okay. We don't need to reveal what it is. No, we're not going to call in the gunning unless we're almost running out of fuel. No, we'll stop at the big merino. We got to get the big merino on camera, which is actually quite easy to do. Maybe Jesse needs to climb up into the bum of the big merino. Actually, you can climb up inside into its head, and you can actually look out. I think you can look out of its nostril or its ear or something. I can't remember. I have taken a photo from inside the big merino. You got to go up and have a look. And I know that it's next to quite a well-known bakery. Is it Trappers Bakery? Something like that. Oh, you know what? I haven't even liked the channel. Oh yeah, big merino for sure. Like we've seen the dog on the tucker box. We went to Deniliquin last night. That's my first time to Deniliquin. The fact that we're in a ute, because obviously Deniliquin is like the ute master capital of the world. So it was kind of cool to go, even though like for me, a ute would be a Falcon ute or a Commodore ute or even like a Valiant ute. But I guess Navaras and Hiluxes count. I'd call even like an F100, F150, like old school, like 50s and 60s and 70s. So you've ordered your UHF 40 sticker. I haven't yet. So Midow's got a cute kookaburra. Oh, so it's got a kookaburra on it. Etsy. Yeah, so you paid like $2. As we pass the memorial up on the side of the hill, a guy called Paulie, a truck driver called Paulie, obviously lost his life there with the memorial, with the smokestacks and everything, exhaust stacks. It's always sad when you see a shrine or a memorial of somebody who's passed away, obviously in an accident along the highways, along our roads. Mrs. Middow's allowed to grab your attention. Heather Bray pies. Where's that? Oh, it's Sutton's Forest. Yeah, we don't need to go that. You're going to have to name the kookaburra as well. Where were we? Oh, that's right. There was a kookaburra statue at Coonabarra Brand's park run in the park. And I asked them what the name of their kookaburra was, and somebody's piped up and said Cookie. And I was like, so cliche, of course. What else would you call a kookaburra? Cookie. That's like the butcher bird that hangs out at the airport that gets on the live streams is a butcher bird. His name's Baz. Baz the butcher bird. Just makes sense. So cliche. You want to go to the Denny Ute muster even though you don't own a ute. It's just one of those uniquely Australian / bogan things. Yeah, well, it is. Cook of the borough. Yeah. It's so Australian to call a kookaburra something like cook of the borough. Anyway. A lot of Rosellas on the road, says some lady on the UHF. I think it's Thelma and Louise. I think they're going the other way because we lost transmission pretty quickly. Yeah, Denny Ute Muster. Whilst I still own a Ute, if it doesn't end up selling in the next, I don't know, 6 months, maybe I pull it out of the car yard. And actually, I'm going to look that up. What date is the Denny Ute Muster? Hey, Middo, I just looked at the photo of Bartlett sitting on the chair. Jesse's having a laugh. Yeah, but then have a look at the screensaver on the wallpaper on the computer too. What he's a cute pooch. Yeah, so basically Middo was saying he's 53. Sorry to reveal that. Sorry. Okay, he's saying he's that old. And that he's been caravanning for as long as he can remember. Yeah, but if you got dementia, you can't remember what you had for breakfast yesterday. October long weekend. Look at this bloke. 8 years ago, that's when I did that TV show. That's me. But that's photoshopped. Channel 7 did that. Channel 7 photoshopped me. But I was a bit skinnier. Shut up. Like I said, that's Photoshop, mate. Yeah, I think that's probably a good time of the year, isn't it? October long weekend for the Denny Ute muster. I knew I didn't have to look it up. I knew a moderator out there would find it first. Where are we? As in, the weather app is finding our location. It's struggling. Oolong. It's 4 degrees outside. Feels like -5. Oh. Are you... Okay, Middo, do you not know? What did I mention? TV show. Oh, yeah, so I was just showing Jesse a photo that come up in my history 8 years ago of a Photoshop photo of me that Channel 7 did. Yeah, if you can't find it, it's not worth looking up, bro. As the 200 series blows past us. Looks like a nice rig, let's be honest. Kind of almost looks like it's crabbing. Oh, and again, no, another Toyota driver not using their indicator. I don't know. The cheeky lane change without. I mean, that I'll give them the credit that they didn't cut us off and that they got 2 to 3 seconds in front of us before they lane changed. I thought that was good, but that just shows the laziness of people. They can't even let their intentions known to other drivers. I might talk about that show one day. It's been 8 years. Yeah, Max. Did you say Coloran? I've never heard of that, but definitely Gunning. Gunning is the next exit. I don't think I've ever driven through there. I think when I was driving to and from Albury to Sydney, that it was already bypassed. Waves. Where is my waves? Back. Oh, don't have it open. Stupid. Car is still there. The broken down Holden thing. Coloran, yeah, got it. So just north of Gunning. Actually, put your address in, though. That's what we'll do. Plan Eagle. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Oh, I know. So I just started up Waze and I just put Jesse's address in. And then as it popped up, it showed all of the police lined up along the Pacific Highway between Sydney and Brisbane. Obviously, being a long weekend, a double demerit points weekend, you would expect there to be a bunch of police out on patrol. Let's see if I can refocus that camera. There we go. Although the stream health is poor at the moment. Yeah, thanks for that, Maxi. I will. I'll send a quick message on the group chat. Right. So Middo, one of the first things you found was Obsessed Hubs. Obsessed Hubs podcast on. Let me say what you wrote. Reality TV shows, vanity, seeking fame, or something deeper. Obsessed with Sarge Jamison on YouTube. Yeah, that was. I remember doing that, and then actually after that interview, I became a producer on Obsessed Hub, and then actually did a bunch of podcasts myself, which was my entry into podcasting, which was super cool. So, Trappers Bakery, Goulburn. There you go. There's a sign up there. Got it right. I remember the name of the bakery near the big Merino. Well, there was no audio because I wasn't talking. I know, Middo, you're not used to that, but I was actually just not talking. Should be all right now, though. Yeah, Middo, I totally understand. You're not going to have a double demerit points weekend and not have a bunch of cops out there. Look, you know what? I understand about revenue raising and all that sort of stuff, but they are also out there for safety reasons. The more cops out there, the less stupid people are going to do stupid things. Well, you'd at least hope. You'd hope. Don't get. Um, but Middo, what you don't need to do is get Maxi talking about revenue raising, the government revenue raising. As I don't know if you can see that, I've never seen that before, but we got a wind turbine off to the right hand side of the road. It's behind the trees at the moment. I've never seen that wind turbine before. Mind you, I haven't driven on this road for a long time. Is there more? Oh, there's heaps. Okay, cool. I couldn't really see them in this. But that one, yeah, that's cool. The one right next to the road. Well, almost next to the road. And then there's a power station just there too. I don't mind wind turbines. Oh, there's one up. Oh, there's up on the hill too there, but they're in the clouds. Yeah, look at that. There's one right in front of us. You can only just see the winds turn, the blades spinning up in the clouds. I don't mind it, but it's a lot of money for not a lot of production of power. To be honest, have you been up one yet? So going up on wind turbines would be a rope access job, but Jesse and I have never been up on one yet. The only one I've been up was I was playing I think it's like Sniper Elite or something on Xbox, and I got to climb one on a computer game.
I read up about a rope access incident that happened on one.
Yep.
Doing my spoken in a band.
Yeah.
Winded up. Level 3 continued on. Ropes. Both got run around one another. Each right to the set. Got stuck where the ropes were wrapped around.
Yep.
He's then detached himself off of these ropes and magically lowered himself down and burned all of his hands, right there.
Oh wow.
Take it off here. Get up.
Wow. Yeah, Jesse was just telling me about an incident that happened with rope access workers on a wind turbine. But yeah, these ones are just out to only a couple of 100 meters away to our left. I mean, they're cool, but they're just a lot of money for that infrastructure for not a lot of power. Yeah, there was a few turbines down here, Max. Let's see if I can focus that camera again. Better. Yeah, it's just a bit difficult when it's raining and you get winds. You get water on the windscreen and the camera wants to refocus. As a trailer load of sheeps. What's plural of sheep? I like the words where the plural's the same word. Like one sheep, two sheep. Our stream health is excellent here. Yeah, Middo, I didn't know that we actually lost. Reception there, lost connectivity, but maybe froze up a little bit. Wasn't too bad. But thank you for your I like your emojis. I like your emojis in the chat, live chat. You can keep doing that if the screen freezes up a bit. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I froze it on your end, Meadow. Yeah, I can see when it freezes on the channel. It didn't look too bad because I've got both. I tell you what, I think I'm going to end up having, when we get a vehicle specific for streaming, I think I'm going to have a vehicle set up like a mini mobile version of Maxie's study or office. I think I might end up with a couple of different screens mounted so I can watch OBS on one screen and YouTube on another screen. I think that'll be pretty bad. Actually, I'm as much as Jesse is excited about his new Caravan as we look backwards at it. I think I'd be just as excited to get a vehicle specific for live streaming that's set up with the ride-along seat. And not a ute. Definitely want a wagon, like an SUV. See, that's perfect. That amount of distance that the truck has changed lanes back in front of us, that's perfect. I like that truck already. Even with the rain, the countryside's nice. At least it's green here. I might see if I can get better at. Not that I've got very good rear view, but I was streaming out the back when that truck came past, and then I didn't flip to the front quick enough. Roger Maxie, we'll see you soon, buddy. So Meadows just saying would love a specific vehicle, but not sure for streaming. We've discussed the type of vehicle. I think I'm just trying to remember. Was that a discussion we had about a specific type of vehicle, Middo? Wasn't a G-Wagon? That'd be sick though. G-Wagon would be pretty cool. I think a G-Wagon has to be the live streaming car at some stage. But I don't know that I've heard they're not that comfortable. I've never been in one. I'll have to ask one of my workmates from Masters Surveying, shameless plug, from Masters Surveying, who supplied one of the SIM cards. Go Tesla. Oh, when you got out of the car before in Yas, the brand new Model Y drove past. It's pretty cool looking. Like it's different taillight. It's got like a red taillight right across the back of the back in between the taillights and stuff. Had different headlights. It was actually really very sleek. I was like, that's the brand new Model Y. Somebody was chatting about it the other day, and I was like, yeah, I hadn't seen one until now. So we are buffering. We are looking at reconnecting at the moment. Trying to read what that number plate says. Don't know what it's supposed to mean. And we're back. Oh, Land Rover, yes. No, I think a new Prado would be super cool. But then I'm a bit of a Lexus fan, so the new Prado and a Lexus, I think, is called an RX 550. RX 550 would be pretty cool. Yeah, Middo, that makes sense. If you're a patrol driver, it makes sense that the only AMG you might buy would be a G-Wagon. But I'm definitely keen to go for a spin in one. It's not something I've done yet. We're about to pass another caravan. See if they give a wave. It's a bit weird that the Tucson passes us and then slows down, unless they're travelling with these guys, but I doubt it. Oh, it's a BMW X5. Well, it took a downhill run to do that, but we got there. Oh, and fourth gear. Oh, yeah, sorry, you were in sixth. You've just gone back to fifth. Right, got it. I'll tell you what, it only takes like a 2-degree incline to need to drop it down a gear. See, I did think about the RAV4 that's just passed us now, being a hybrid. That could be kind of cool. But I think I want something bigger. Something that we can put a Starlink mini antenna on the top. How funny is Middo before? I stopped talking for a couple of minutes and he thought the stream had stopped. All right, Middo, take care, mate. We might see you at the other end of the day. Thanks for your assistance. Jeez, it's bouncy here, mate. You're trying to drink out of a bottle of water at the bounciest part. So here's one reason why someone might sit in the right-hand lane, because that looks smoother. So that's a reason why someone might not keep left unless overtaking, purely just so that the lane is smoother, which it does look smoother. I'm not suggesting that's the correct thing to do. Oh, there you go. See, that makes no sense. And his number plate makes no sense, but he did look like he was from the subcontinent. Just saying, when we passed him. He doesn't look like he learned to drive in Australia. We're going nearly 2 hours. We must need fuel again soon because we started when we refueled before. Nah, we'll just top up at Goulburn and then you'll get to Sydney. And then we'll just obviously say again, Goulburn. What did I put? Oh, that's to home. Oh, I think I shut the other one down. What's the temperature like outside? Yarra, -5. Feels like -5. How's it? I still can't get over the highs and lows for today. As we come up to the Federal Highway. So we're just coming up now to where the Federal Highway joins the Hume Highway. So the highway from Canberra and Cooma and Jindabyne and the Snowy Mountains. This is one of the only times where an on-ramp actually enters on from the right-hand side of the road. And then you've got merging traffic and form 2 lanes. Not far. Oh, look at that. It's probably like 100-something-year-old building. So yeah, there you go, 11 k's to Goulburn. So about 10 k's to the big Merino. Happy with that? Yep. You definitely when we park up. So fuel up, but where you fuel up, the big Merino's like right behind you. Yeah, it's like right there. It's pretty cool. That's funny. says we've got excellent streaming status, yet it's buffering. Still buffering. There we go, we're back. Well, there's still 7 people actually on the stream at the moment. That's cool. Actually, I should get Maxi to. I could just make it up myself, but Maxi's got a little template of a few things that he says, like if you like the stream, hit the like button and stuff like that. That's what I was going to do before. Hit the like button. I can actually. I have a few accounts. I have. Oh yeah, it's terrible. We're definitely buffering here. Internet's really bad. Actually, I like it. How silly am I? I've got a couple of other. No. Oh, you'll see. It'll have service center signs and stuff. Yeah, yeah. You can't miss it. Is it this one? Yeah, I think it is this one. Yeah, it's this one. Yep, you're right. I know this hill. Oh, no, come back. Do right lane and then turn right. Just use a shell. Happy for that, eh? Yeah. Yep. Now, I don't usually buy diesel very much, so left a. But I'm assuming it'll just be. So there's your big Merino. Right in front of us, team. Oh, as we get a bit of wheel spin happening on the wet road. And there's Trapper's Bakery across the road. So, yep, it's very much a tourist attraction here. So, go get your photo with a big sheep. Diesel there, but he's in the way. Is that it? No, that van's parked there. There's a freaking cone behind it. Is there more diesel? I just don't want to. Is it it's a bit of a crappy. Is there maybe diesel out the back or something? Like truck? Like maybe. Nice. Okay, well, you know what? We've. Okay, no, go over to the Ampol. Yeah, yeah. I think it drew. Yeah, I can't remember. Weather app says Goulburn 4 degrees feels like 5 degrees feels like -4. Low of 3, top of 7. So is there diesel at? Oh, there's diesel there. Yeah, the black one. Yeah. Are you going to potentially pull into where the Ranger is? Okay. Yeah, it's definitely not the best servo for a Caravan. Not something I usually look at, but definitely something I'm paying attention to now. Is there one? Is that? No, that's not diesel. Do you know what I like about my XD Falcon? That the fuel filler is underneath the back number plate in the middle of the car, so I can park either side of the Bowser and reaches it, no worries either side. Don't have to worry about. And then because I own so many cars, and then some are on one side and some are on the other, when I'm in the Falcon, I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, come on, mate. People who they're just dawdle. Just keep parked. Just take your time. It's like pedestrians that cross a pedestrian crossing and just meander and not give a crap about the cars that they've stopped. Oh, there's a new Prado. Nice in all black. Does that say boxing Canberra? I'd have a go at him. Is there anyone in the front passenger seat? Oh, there is, yeah. Perfect example of not how you don't act at a petrol station when it's busy and everyone's trying to fuel up. Here we go. All right, I'm going to pit stop, but we're going to keep the stream running because we can, especially while the laptop's full of power. I can disconnect. Alrighty, getting back on board. Oh, drink there, drink here. Close the heater so it doesn't heat the drinking. We're gonna need. I'm gonna need a pee stop soon, soon. But we'll get this caravan out of here. This tight corner. Plug the laptop back into the power. Yeah, bro. Do you mean do you need a toilet straight away? Well, they'll saying use the bakery toilet. Honestly, I think. Are you good for like a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think we'll leave here because it's a very popular place and very hard to park a caravan. I mean, you could go to Bunnings. You could park in there pretty easy. But what I'm going to suggest is we just go to the next road stop. I think Sutton's Forest or something like that. We'll just pull off. It'll be a truck stop on the way. You won't need to refuel. We just go to the toilet. Oh, we're back on the road. Yes, I plugged my laptop back in, so we won't be running out of power anytime soon. Yeah, made it to Goulburn, Maxi, but we didn't stop for too long. We just got a little bit of the big merino on camera. Maybe I can chuck that into a short, make it a tourist destination. Hard left here. And all right, back on the highway. It is beautiful here. Even when there's a maximum security jail here. Caravan's still there. Yeah, Sutton's Forest and Pheasant's Nest. We'll see what Jesse's bladder's doing by Sutton's Forest. Braidwood Highway, just have the old railway carriages. You know, it'd be sick if you had some property, buy an old railway carriage and just have it as like have it out the back like a granny flat. That would be sick. Like mounted on a piece of railway, so it looks a bit authentic. Do it up and have it really nice inside. Yeah, the other Hilux had that frame that you mount your 10 on top. That one back at Gunner Guy this morning where we had Ricky. Yeah, that was on the Hilux that had the suicide doors on it. It's talking about.
See one of those frames like sitting loading for promotion.
Oh wow, really? Like cut up, not just unbolted. Oh wow, all right, like fair enough. Yeah, Maxi's awesome. Hey, Maxi's been around. I won't say how old you are, Maxi, but he's experienced, and he's Outlander's definitely set up for driving long distance with the bull bar and driving lights and stuff. So, as you mentioned on Friday with your King's spotties and your light bar and stuff. Actually, you know, it'd be nice to see. Oh, you don't mind as we pass a car stopped on the side of the road. help out my fellow Wazers, collecting points. Yeah, there's like points and stuff. I think I've used my points to like upgrade my vehicle icon. I think I'm driving like the Master Chief vehicle from Halo. Makes sense, right? So, yeah. You are here. M31 Hume Highway, Goulburn. Yes, yes, we are. There's a whole bunch of Wazers on the road in front of us. So yeah, we'll definitely be. So yeah, so this being like Goulburn bypass. Main Southern Railway, that's cool too. Used to drive to Goulburn a fair bit back in 2009, 2010 when I raced my WRX uh, at trying to remember the racetrack name. It's Goulburn. Oh well, it's called One Motorsport Park now. I haven't been back since it reopened, but uh, it's where I first raced a car. Actually, no. To be honest, the first time I actually raced a car with no speed limits on a racetrack was Lakeside, which is cool because that's my closest racetrack and it's such an iconic suit like V8 touring car racetrack from the 80s and 90s, 70s, 80s and 90s, and that it's heritage listed, I believe, even though they're having trouble with a couple of local residents about noise complaints. If you don't want to listen to race cars, don't buy near a racetrack. Common sense isn't very common. As we have is this a Freelander? The Land Rover Freelander. Chuck in there behind us, pulling in on the left. Excellent, excellent broadband status here. A little bit of UHF action. There hasn't been much, to be honest. A few truckers on the Newell Highway last night, which was awesome. They were funny. We overtook a couple of truckers. There goes the Freelander. Freelander 2 even. Sorry, my bad. Muralin. I can never pronounce it properly. Muralin. All I know is that I was driving to Summer Nats in the year 2001. So I've been to Summer Nats for 25 years. I was driving to Summer Nats and my mate and all of the hot cars got pulled over. I was in a van. We all got ushered, all the good cars. Summer Nats got pulled over into the weighbridge there. And I know my car got defected for being 10 decibels too loud. As well as chrome gauges on the bonnet got defected. I might have had tyres that were a little bit under tread. So yeah, they defected the car. So but we're allowed to leave, drive into Canberra. I got new tyres put on that afternoon. I put black tape on the chrome gauges on the bonnet. So they weren't chrome anymore. So it was a temporary fix, but And I can't remember if I actually did anything with the exhaust because it really wasn't that loud. It was nice though. It was nice for a 5 litre Windsor. Ooh, yeah. Thanks, Max. Ooh, Lan. Isn't it Marulin? That's better. Marulin. It's a silly car. Toyota silly car. It's kind of cool. And old school now. How are you doing, Jesse? I think Jesse's tired. Jesse's not tired, not driving tired, but just it's definitely been a journey. I'd say we've probably clicked over 2,500 kilometres by now, with another 1,000 to go. How far we got to go? Yeah, just over 1,000. Marilyn. Say it right one day. Yeah, Mudgie's a fair drive, isn't it? Maxie's just saying that he got his set up for driving out country New South Wales. Plenty of kangaroos. Oh, hey, there was rosellas on the side of the road. Saw some red rosellas. Yeah, just they were just like on the shoulder of the road, just like grazing. Maybe we're behind it. Oh right, okay, yeah. Max, do you have a UHF set up in your Outlander? I didn't actually. I can't remember. I would have noticed because it would have been sitting right in front of me, but I can't actually remember. I was too busy meeting you for the first time, mate. That was fun. Yeah, Max is just saying it's easy. Is that monotonous? You know what? Monotonous is just another name for boredom, and I haven't been bored since 1995 because I'm always just thinking cool stuff. Maybe it's just ADHD. Jesse's bored because he can't play music while I'm live streaming. So Maxie used to have a UHF, but not anymore. Oh, alpacas. There you go. Cow would be impressed with the few alpacas out to the side. Sorry, mate. So okay, you'll just get copy. It's funny because I tried playing Ototo's song You and I at the start of a live stream, and you cannot hear it. Like all sound was blanked out until the song finished, and then we could talk. But then on my trip to Sydney, we played the song, and it's still on there. And I've actually made a short of it and stuck it up on YouTube. So, I mean, I'm not going to have any copyright issues because he's my friend. So we've got a vehicle pulling out in front of us. They want to hit. I mean, not a slow car, but they want to get into it, which they've pretty much done. Is that the Q5 Audi or something like that? There's a really big bridge and then a really big hill coming up soon. Yes. It has a third lane. It has a slow vehicle left lane. So Jesse's, we're going to see, I reckon we'll be back down to third gear. With the 3 lanes. Max will know where I'm talking about. I think it's near Barrel. Max is just saying he doesn't think Cow's fully awake yet, but that he sent World of Airports. That's a game. That's a PC game, I believe. I don't know if you can get World of Airports on Xbox or PlayStation. If you can get it on Xbox, I'd be keen. Is that a Q6? I don't think I've ever seen a Q6 before. High range, yeah. You know the bridge, I know the bridge. Jesse doesn't know the bridge yet, but he's going to be familiar with it because he's going to have to occupy the left lane. And he's going to have to downshift about 3 times. Sass. I don't mind that bronzy colour, hey. Yeah, like that colour? And that's what makes the world go around. It's very very windy here. Very windy. Mittagong, yeah. Mittagong, Barrel. Just get a side gust. Yeah. So we're just talking about that. It's actually very windy just here. And that, oh, look at the 2 puppies in the back. They don't look happy. They don't look happy at all. This guy's going slow. If you try and get around him if you can. Example of planning your overtakes. And now you can't get in the right lane because everyone's going 20 k's an hour faster than you. It's behind us. I used to have one of them, little 120i BMW. I never really liked that shape, and then I owned one. And I thought, yeah, it's actually a pretty cool car. Yep, car's still there. It's the other thing too, hard to see out your mirror. Yeah. Here we go. Go the Navara. You called it Bessie before. Is that just having fun? Yeah. Jesse doesn't mind it when his Navara overtakes a Triton. Yep. That wasn't too bad. Actually, the stream looks good now with this light and focus and no rain. All right, I think that's it. I don't think we're going to see much like any rain for the rest of the trip. Maxie, it doesn't surprise me that you have a mate whose family lives at High Range. I reckon you'd have friends and families, friends of families, families of friends all over Australia, probably. If there's one thing I remember about Muralin at the weigh bridges, is that the digital clock also tells you the temperature, and as you drive past, you can see how cold it is. Bungonia. I think I've been there before. I think there's like caving and canyoning you can do there. So hopefully a dry run for the rest of the trip, Jesse. Oh, Dodge Ram. Oh yeah. Oh, I can go anytime, but I can also hold it for as long as it needs to be. As I keep drinking. If you want to pull in the VP, yeah, for sure. Yep. Yeah, 100%. So we're about to do a pit stop. Oh, how bouncy is the? You know why? Because they replace a concrete road with bitumen patches. Like, who does that? Oh, New South Wales. Good job. Fuel here looks reasonable, price wise. Probably go around. Just trying. It says caravan parking, so yep. Yeah, water, that's cool. Oh, there we go. Look at this caravan parking. So just there. Nice. Beauty. Nice mini. Actually, I don't like the 4-door minis. They're not mini anymore. Alrighty, we are pit stopping. We will be back soon. All right. Back. Almost back on the road again. Next stop, Sydney, mate. All right. It is cold outside. It is definitely winter in New South Wales. You're clear. You're good to go. We are just pulling out and some cool quads on trailers. I think. Beef jerky. What'd you get? Jumbo. Oh, Haribo. Haribo. They're American, yeah? Lollies. Marulin. That's how you say it. Marulin. No idea what that monstrosity is in front of us. I think it's supposed to be some sort of playground, but it's got a fence around it, so it's condemned. Go trailer. Tell you what, they need to put service centres, stations, truck stops at the top of hills so that when you get on the on ramp, you're going downhill. Wouldn't it? And they do that on both sides. They put it on top of the hill. You use the hill to slow down to pull in. You use the hill to speed up to pull in. Both outbound and inbound, westbound, eastbound, northbound, southbound. Here's the way bridges. Oh, terrible. Yeah, tax money. It's not our tax money, mate. This is New South Wales tax money. This is New South Wales Rego excise. Let's see if the temp gauge is working. No, the temp gauge is not working on the side of the. You know what? I can't read what brand that coach is. Is that Chinese? I don't even know what language that is. So Maxi's saying, be aware. It's going to get pretty breezy from here on for a while. Yeah, thanks, Max. Definitely something you want to know when towing a caravan for sure. So I have a story. I got pulled up here once. I was speeding. The car that pulled me up was an unmarked cop car, and they weren't even on duty. They were off-duty cops. They were in white overalls with police across the back, and they had just been searching the Belangolo State Forest for the murder victims from Ivan Blatt. And I was being an idiot. So I'm just driving, probably sitting on $1.20, just overtaking most vehicles in my 351 Falcon. And I was keeping left as farm truck drives past us. And then this Falcon wagon just slowly caught up. They were sitting on maybe 100, 125 k's an hour. And I was young and dumb. I know I was 19. And as they come past, I was like, how dare you pass me? So I backed into third gear and I just tromped it, overtook them, got up to like 170, pulled back in the left lane, put it into fourth gear and just backed it off. And then when I looked in my rear view mirror, they must have fumbled around the frickin' glove box to find their blue light and then put it up on the dashboard and pulled me up. And I just felt like a douche. And then, yeah, turns out they were just on their way home on a Friday afternoon after searching for dead bodies in the bush. So they weren't very happy. The guy that got out and asked me for my license was like 6'6" and built like an outhouse. And he just looks at my driver's license and then he looks at my army ID. He saw that I hadn't shaved for a week because I hadn't been to the barracks for a week, even though I was on duty. I had my earring in, but you can't wear earrings. And he looks at me and he said, you know what? I don't need to call the Highway Patrol in to book you. I'll just call that SIB, like the Special Investigations Branch, and get the MPs to sort you out. And I just looked at him and said, I'm so sorry, sir. Typical 19-year-old. He put me in my place. He humbled me. And guess what? He let me go. I was very apologetic. We will, Maxie. I'll let Jesse know when those few bridges that we have to cross that are high wind warnings. I think the big one even has a windsock on it, like the one above Sydney, which we're going to drive over later today.